more than 100 arrested after protests over a black man's death in police custody.
This post received a score of 4,700, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Just to clarify, this happened in Brussels, Belgium.
When I read the title, that was the first thing I thought. GBT, that sounds a lot like what happened in Brussels yesterday. Oh.
Why is black capitalized in the headline and website?
It's a new trend, but I think it makes logical sense. We capitalize African American, Asian, Latino because the words derive from continent names or languages or whatever. The words black, and indigenous, and white come from more mundane words but are now used the same way to describe people of a given heritage, so we could capitalize them too.
What this article doesn't mention, and the Belgian one did, is that a lot of protesters and their organization tried to stop the vandals and rioters. It isn't all bad.
It's okay. News stations everywhere like to avoid those little facts. If at WASNT for private video we'd know so little about the HK protests and what's really happening.
What a clickbaity title.
In the cover of the news that we have in Belgium, it is not even mentioned that it was a black guy. Interesting to see how the information is treated from an American point of view. Apparently the guy had drugs on him and before being arrested he ate it all, thus maybe causing his death. Still waiting for the report from the forensic doctor to see if it was really the case. If indeed he died because of abuse from the cops, I totally agree with the protest, but they started it before even knowing all the facts. Maybe it was just an accident.
I thought it was clear he had drugs on him, didn't have drugs in him, but died from heart failure, and police was slow to respond with help, partially due to faked injuries and fainting being common among arrestees, who then assault someone who lets their guard down.
Fiery, but mostly peaceful.
Yeah, this image looks mostly peaceful.
That is, in fact, the point. Journalism is one part, a thing has happened, and 10 parts, and you're possibly in danger, so give me revenue by reading more and find out how.
Secondly, your son likely doesn't have a heart abnormality or narcotics in his system, you daft bint. Or maybe a 23-year-old didn't know his own limits. I do think it's telling that they capitalized black here but not white. Maybe some unconscious bias from the writers of the article.
Run from cops, swallow an unknown amount of drugs to destroy the evidence and then fight with police. It is far more likely that he died from overexertion and overdose. To bring race into this is absolutely repulsive and damaging on so many levels.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.